Okay, so a very good afternoon to everyone. Today we are going to start the last topic of this evolution chapter, that is the human evolution. But before starting this chapter, just let me know I'm audible and visible to you or not. So here is our technical check poll. Please give your answer through this poll. Okay, great then. Let's start our class. Okay, so today we are going to start with the origin and evolution of human. यानी हम इस बार अपने बारे में पढ़ने वाले, right? So as you can see here, this is how we get evolved. Initially we were a ape. धीरे धीरे हमारा posture सही होना शुरू हुआ. Slowly we get a good posture, and then finally we are moving back again to the same posture from where we have started, right? See, this one ape is having the same bent structure, right? And now we are also having this bent structure, because instead of staying straight, we just keep on looking inside our computers. Okay, we are always into our mobile, so we can say, instead of having a good posture and more erect posture, we are getting it over towards the bent structure now. Okay, so let's start our topic with the evolution. Okay, are you guys excited? Because I'm very excited, because we are going to talk about ourselves now. Okay, so everyone got excited when we got to know about ourselves, right? So today we are going to start uh, with the first species. But before starting with the first species, the let's know okay, just a minute. Okay, so let's start with the first species. But before starting with the first species, let's talk about the sequence of our evolution. So when we go for the sequence, I have an mnemonics for you, that is Dr. Ram went to Australia and got habituated to evolution and new Homo sapiens. Okay, this is the mnemonics for the order which we are going to study about the human evolution. So the first letter is the doctor. The first word is the doctor. So this doctor stands for the Dryopithecus. Let me change the color. Then after changing the color, we'll write each and every sequence. So this doctor stands for the first member towards the human evolution, that is Dryopithecus. Okay, the first member towards the evolution is Dryopithecus, and the second member is standing with the Ram. Okay, the Ram of this mnemonic stand for our second member, that is Ramapithecus. Okay, the third member stands for the Australia. Australia is the word. As you can see, the name is also belonging to the same name, Australia. So that means this person or this individual was somehow related to the Australia. That means this species was found in the Australia, and their name is Australopithecus. Okay. Then fourth, we have name from the of the habituated, that is Homo habilis. Then fifth, we have the Homo erectus. And sixth, we have the Homo neanderthalius. And the last one is us, that is Homo sapiens. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the seven different evolutionary species in the complete evolution to this current human individual. So the for the Dryopithecus, we have the term doctor. The Ramapithecus, the ram of the mnemonic stand for the Ramapithecus. The Australia stand for the Australopithecus. Hab for the Homo habilis. Eve stand for the Homo erectus. Then new for the Homo neanderthalensis, and the last one, which is our Homo sapiens. So this is the last one in the order. So we can say the Homo sapiens, that is us, are the current species who are present in a human evolution. Okay. Now we are going to look for the first member, that is the Dryopithecus. Let's talk about the these evolutionary person. But before starting with these, can you tell me how and why we need to study this human evolution? Why we are studying this human evolution? What is the need to study the human evolution? Okay, so let me tell you, this the human evolution, the term which we are talking about, is referred to the evolutionary process. Okay, it is leading to the, or it refers to the evolutionary process leading up to the appearance of modern human. Okay, we are talking about the evolution now. And what evolution? The human evolution. That means we are going to talk about the process of evolution, each and every step of the evolution which leads to the formation of us, that is the modern human, or we can say the Homo sapiens. Okay, now this study of human evolution involves various fields. This study of human evolution involves many fields, such as we can say the physical, or we can say the physical anthropology, primatology, that is the study of primates, genetics, that is the study of genes, then archaeology, study of fossils, and linguistic, that is the study of language, and the last is embryology. Okay, the last is embryology, that is the study of the structure of the embryo, right? So by doing this, we are able to analyze the complete evolution, the complete process, how this new human being has evolved, what are the changes they gone through, and why they have gone through these changes, what are the changes they involved in their genes for reaching to this evolution, the current variations we are having right now as compared to the previous ones. So this all fields help us to understand the evolution of the humans, right? So the human evolution is none other than the study of processes, or we can say the steps which are used to know how the humans have evolved from their ancestor, right? You have known very well that each and every time the environment changes, so it leads to the natural selection. So how that variations get introduced in the changing environment, so that the nature has selected us over the previous ones, or how the changing environment has introduced the variation to make us better. Okay, so the first member of the evolutionary sequence is Dryopithecus. The first member is Dryopithecus. The Dryopithecus, as you can see here, the length of their limbs, we can say the hand and the legs are equal. They have the length. Okay, let me change the color for this one. Okay, so we can say for Dryopithecus, they have same length of limbs. That means their legs and hands are of same length. Then they have the semi-erect posture. As you can see, that person is not completely bent. It is slightly erect. Okay, so the posture is semi erect, and these members always work on the knuckles. These are the knuckles. So as you can see, the chimpanzee and the gorilla, they also walk on the knuckles. So this Dryopithecus was also walking on the knuckles. So we can say they are knuckle walkers. Okay, here it is written now, they walk like gorilla and chimpanzee. So they also walk on their knuckles. So we can say they are closely related to the gorillas and chimpanzee. Apart from that, they are arboreal. They are arboreals. Can anyone tell me what arboreal means? What is the meaning of arboreal? Or who are arboreal? You can give your answer in chat box. Okay, so these arboreals. Arboreals are those animals who lives on the tree and have the tree products. For example, the nuts, the fruits, the leaves. Okay, so they are the arboreal. That means living on the tree and consumes fruits and leaves. Right now, they can be found. This says due to their posture and their walking structure or their walking mechanism, we can say the Dryopithecus are more like ape. They are more, we can say, resembling the ape-like structure as compared to the man. Okay, is it clear? Everything is clear about? Beta, I know this chapter is removed from your term 2 examination, but here we are preparing for the NEET. Okay, so NEET, you need to go through this evolution as well. Okay, so we want to complete each and every thing over here. So as I said, the Dryopithecus was the first member in the human evolution till we know. They appeared 15 million years ago, and they are the knuckle walkers having the same length of their limbs. Okay, then these Dryopithecus are more like it because of their posture, their walking features. These all make them more ape-like as compared to the men. Okay, the next we have is the Ramapithecus. The next member in this category we have the Ramapithecus. So let me change the color for this Ramapithecus now. Okay, so move to the Ramapithecus. Okay, so we have found so many fossils of this Ramapithecus, and whenever we found the fossils containing the jaw and the dentine. So the fossils were containing the jaw and dentition. Can anyone tell me what is dentition? You have completed your 11th class, so let me know what is dentition. Okay, dentition is the arrangement of teeth in a jaw. Okay, dentition is the arrangement of teeth in a jaw. So the fossil which we got contains what? Jaw and the dentition. That is the arrangement of teeth. So due to which we can say about by the structure of teeth, we are able to find out what the structure of teeth make us know the food habits. You know, now if the person is carnivore, if the animal is carnivore, they have the what? Sharp canines. If they are the herbivores, they have the broad premolars and molars. So depending on the shape and size of the teeth, we are able to find out their food habits. Okay, so the next point for this, they have the they are the direct ancestors of the man. Why we can say this? Because as you can see, they have the erect posture. Their legs are longer than the limbs, the forelimbs. Okay, their head limbs are sorry, the hind limbs are longer than the forelimbs, and now they have started walking on the two legs, that is their hind limbs, right? So when they started walking on the hind limbs, we can say they are bipedal. They are bipedal. And as we go for their dentition, we found that they have the small canines. They have the small canines, but with the crown molars. So if the molars are broad and the canines are small, we can say they are completely or they were completely herbivores. So yes, they were found due to the crowning of the molars. We can say they are able to eat the hard stuff, right? Such as nuts and seeds. Okay, so out of these two, first we have the Dryopithecus, the second we have the Ramapithecus. The Dryopithecus was more like the ape, whereas the Ramapithecus is more like the man. Why? Due to their walking feature and their body posture. Okay, and also according to their food habits. Is it clear to everyone? Is everything clear to all of you? Please let me know through the thumbs up sign, which is given in your reactions. Guys, let me know you are able to understand what I'm telling here or not. Okay, so I found that you are all understanding. Let's move to the next. So here you can see we have so many fossils here. All the fossils having the skull. And as you can see, each and every skull has a different type of jaw. Their jawbone, the structure of their jawbone is completely different. And along with the size and the shape of their jawbone, they also have the different types of teeth. They also have different types of teeth. So these fossils were found 3 to 4 million years ago, and they were more like humans as compared to the apes, right? They were more like man or primates which were found in Eastern Africa. And according to their fossils, the which we found, we can find out that, or we can estimate that their height were up to only 4 feet. Okay, and they walk the upright. That means they have the erect feature. Okay, if we go for these features now, like they have a 4 feet height, they are upright, they are walking on their legs, and their face or the skull is more like man. So they are talking about the Australopithecus. Okay, these all are the features of Australopithecus. Okay, so there are fossils which are saying that they are more man-like are found in Ethiopia and Tanzania. So we can say the Australopithecus fossils were found in Tanzania and Ethiopia. Okay. Now, if we go for further, these Australopithecus are ape men. They were called to be the ape. Okay, ape man, and they have a connecting link between the ape and the man. Why they are calling ape man? Because some of the habits were just like the apes, like their walking structure, walking features, their eating habits. But for if we go for the man, their body structure, their walking, okay, they were all resembling the features of man. So we can say they were the connecting link. They were the connecting link between ape and man. Okay, as we have already studied in a previous slide that their height is about 4 meter, 4 feet. They are bipedal also, because the bipedal walking has started from the Ramapithecus, and they have the basin-like girdle. They have the basin-like, the pelvic girdle. Okay, and their dentition is just like the men, and they do not have chin. If you look at this, they have a very flat structure over here, so we can say they do not have the chin. Okay, is it clear? Now we are moving towards the Homo habilis, the next stage. Till now we have completed the three ones: Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, Australopithecus. Now we have moved for the fourth evolutionary stage, that is Homo habilis. They appeared 2 million years ago. According to the carbon data of the fossils, we can say they appeared 2 million years ago, and they were the first organisms. They were the first species which is just human-like. So if something is human-like, we can use the term humanid. Okay, for that we are using the term humanid. And their brain capacity, now we have started measuring their brain capacity. Their brain capacity is between 650 to 800 cc. That cc stands for the cranial capacity. Cc stand for the cranial capacity. And they do not eat meat. How can we say that they do not eat meat? कैसे पता चलेगा आपको कि वो मीट नहीं खाते थे? Can anyone tell me? How can you find out someone by looking at their dentition that they are herbivores, they are not carnivores? By looking for their canines. If the canines are sharp, okay, and pointed, they are meat eaters. But as their canines are not broad, or sorry, they are not sharp and pointed, we can say they are not having the meat. Okay, and it was found they are the first handyman. They were the first handyman who discovered by the Mary Leakey. The Mary Leakey was the first person who discovered them, and they said he was the handyman because they were expert. They were expert in making. They were expert in making the stone weapons, or we can say the stone tools. Okay, so their fossils and about them was discovered by the Mary Leakey. They said them these are the first handyman who are expert in making the stone tools. Is it clear? Okay, now we are moving towards the next member of the evolutionary sequence, that is the Homo erectus. The Homo erectus is the fifth one, they appeared just after the 0.5 million years of the Homo habilis. They appeared 1.5 million year ago. And as you can see, the Homo habilis was the brain capacity, the cranial capacity was 650 to 800, but here the brain capacity has increased up to 900. And these members are eating, or they are eating meat. Okay, and these Homo erectors are the forerunners. They are the forerunners of modern man. Or we can say they are the ones who are properly started working like a human, the current modern human. That is why we are saying them the forerunners of modern humans. And if we go for their height was ranging from 1.5 to 1.8 meter. Okay, their body height is ranging from 1.5 to 1.8 meter. Don't go for feet nahi hai, it is meter height. Okay, and the fossils found for the Homo erectus was Java man, which was found in Indonesia. Then we have the Peking man, who was found near the China. And the third fossil which we found for the Homo erectus evidence is the Heidelberg man. Okay, they were the Heidelberg man. They found near Germany. Okay, they found near Germany. So, and it was the evidence as they started eating meat, they also gave us the evidence that these are the ones who discovered the fire. As you can see in this right picture, they are the first human beings, or we can say the evolutionary human being who discovered the fire. Okay, they are the ones who discovered fire. So till now everything is clear to everyone? Is everything clear? Okay, so in the next we are moving towards the Homo Neanderthal man. Okay, these Neanderthal mans are resembling the more familiar structure to the humans, right? So these Neanderthal mans just appear 1 lakh to in a period between 1 lakh to 40,000 years ago, and their brain capacity is further increased. Now their brain capacity is 1400 cc, and their fossils are basically found in the East and Central Asia region. Okay, the fossils were currently found in the East and Central Asia region, and they used to make the caves. They used to make the caves to hide themselves and protect their bodies. And these are the first person. They are the first species who can be say are the cultural ones. They are the cultural person because they started burying the dead person. Okay, they started burying the dead bodies, and for their burial they always use the flowers. They use the flowers. So we can say they were the advanced, primitive man. Okay, they are found near the valley, as I told you, they are found near or inside the East and Central Asia. And their body posture, or we can say their body structure, is slightly shorter. Their body structure was slightly shorter compared to the modern man. Okay, their structure is slightly shorter to the modern man. Okay, now we are moving towards our last category, the last members of the human evolution, that is us, the Homo sapiens, or we can say the modern man. These members appeared 75,000 to 10,000 years ago. That means during the ice age. When the dinosaurs disappeared, we appeared. कोई ना कोई तो चाहिए ना इस अर्थ को ऑक्यूपाई करने के लिए, इस पे अपना कब्जा करने के लिए. सो instead of dinosaur, the environment chosen us to have the complete control on this earth. Okay, to utilize the sources of the earth, right? So अब हम जब होमो सेपियंस की बात कर रहे हैं, right now we are talking about the homo sapiens. So what you can say about us? कोई बोलेगा अपने बारे में कि हम लोग कैसे हैं, कैसे नहीं हैं? See, these modern man, or we can say the Homo sapiens, are the one who discovered the proper language for the communication. They started speaking in the Neanderthal man. Okay, we were in a stage of Neanderthal man, we have started speaking, but we do not have a particular language to express our expression. So the language is developed by us, and we also started expressing ourselves by making the arts. So we Homo sapiens are the ones who developed the art, and we can say this by having the evidences of the cave art, right? The prehistoric cave arts which were found to be 18,000 years ago. We are the ones who get settled. Initially, all the species which we have studied earlier, they were roaming from one place to another for the search of food and to stay there somewhere else and for rearing the cattle. But we are the one who got settled, who started agriculture. We have developed the agricultural techniques and get settled to a particular region according to our comforts. Okay, so the agricultural technique was started 10,000 years ago, and slowly we get adapted as we started roaming here and there and started settling at a particular place. So we also started adapting to the cold environment. Okay, so these are the points which are belonging to the each and every species, or we can say the stage of the human evolution, right? So as we have done what, the 7 stages, 6 to 7 stages of this human evolution. The first one was, कौन बताएगा? The first one was, first stage कौन सी थी? Okay, no one is interested to give answer. So the first one was the Dryopithecus. Okay, for this sequence, we had what? We had the mnemonics also. That Dr. Ram went to the Australia and have get habitual to evolutionary. Okay, get habitual to evolutionary and develop to new human sapien. That was our mnemonics to learn this. Okay, so you can see here the mnemonics is written here, that Dr. Ram went to the Australia and got habituated to the evolution and new Homo sapiens. Okay, so this is through which you can easily understand, or you are able to learn the sequence of this human evolution. Okay, so we have total 7 stages till reaching the modern man. The first one, the Dryopithecus, then the Ramapithecus, then Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Neanderthalians, and now we are the Homo sapiens. Okay, so is this sequence of human evolution clear to everyone? Is this sequence of human evolution clear to everyone? If is it clear, please use the thumbs up reaction or any reaction which is present in your chat box, because with this we have completed our chapter today. Okay, we have completed our evolution chapter today. So if you have any doubt, you can ask, you can write the doubt in the chat box. Okay. Okay, now we have some questions to do. So the first question for today, as you can see here, we have the comparison. First understand this, then we have a question. Here we have some comparison between the skulls. This is the skull of modern human being. Okay. This is the skull of the baby chimpanzee, and this is the skull of adult chimpanzee. If we look at the structure of the skull, we can say the structure A, that is the structure of human, adult human, is just alike the structure of baby chimpanzee. It is resembling a lot, but the adult chimpanzee is having a very different skull feature, right? So depending on that, we can say this, after seeing the skull of the developing stage of chimpanzee and the human, we can say the humans are also evolutionized, or we are evolved from the chimpanzees. And when we go for the gene sequencing, we also found that more than 99% of the genes were resembling chimpanzee. Okay, so here is our first question. So your question is, the diagram given below shows the skull of two different mammals. Here is the diagrams of two skulls showing the two different mammals. Which of the following accurately describes the difference between these skulls? And for these skulls, we have some statements given in the four options. You have to find out a correct statement which can correctly or accurately describes the relation between these two skulls. So your first option is the skull A has more teeth than the skull B. Option B says the skull A has the more brain capacity than the skull B. Option C says skull A is of a human, whereas the skull B is of an ape. Then the D says the skull A is of an ape and the skull B is of an human. So you can give your answer through this MCQ poll. I've launched the poll. Please give your answer. Do everyone facing the problem with my voice? Okay, students, give answer. Only 25% of you have given answer. Give your answer in the MCQ poll. Okay, Pooja, you must check your internet connection better, because everyone is having no problem. They are understanding the voice. They have the clear voice. Start giving your answer. Okay, so as none of you are rest giving answer, so here is your result. That the result, the option choose by you. Okay, just a minute. I think some internet problem is there. Okay, so only 2 of the 9 participants or the 10 participants has given their answer. That is option D. They have chosen the option D. Okay, one out of you has chosen the option C. Okay, now here I am ending the poll. So you can see the result. Out of the 30%, the 67 out of the 3 participants, the 2% have chosen the option D, and only one has chosen the option C. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer of this question. So as you can see, the skull. This is the skull. Let me change the color. Okay, so as you can see the skull, the size of this skull and the size of this skull. What you can say? The cranial capacity of which skull is more? The A1 or the B1? किसकी कैपेसिटी ज्यादा लग रही है? साइज किसका बड़ा है? Obviously the B1. So the cranial capacity of A is smaller than the cranial capacity of B. Okay, okay, let's move to our options first. Option A says the skull A has more teeth than skull B. How can we say that? You can see the size of the teeth is bigger in skull A as compared to the B, so we cannot go for this statement. Then the statement B says the skull A has more brain capacity than the skull B. But here we have already proven that the skull A has the lesser brain capacity as the skull B. So this can also not be our answer. Then option C says the skull A is of human and skull B is of an ape. अरे भाई, हमारे कब से दो बड़े बड़े दांत थे? हम कब से वेम्पायर होने लगे? Are we look like vampires? नहीं ना. So this is definitely not a skull of human. Okay, so the C option is also incorrect. So the only correct answer or the correct option left over here is D, which says the skull A is of an ape, whereas the skull B is of an human. Okay, is it clear to everyone now? Okay, so this is all for today. I think everything is clear. So let's go for the next chapter tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to start with our ecology and the first chapter, that is organism and population. That chapter is included in both the NCERT and the NEET. So we are going to do the both chapters. Okay, so we are going to do the chapter more accurately. So be on time. Tomorrow's class is from 10 to 11 in the morning. So be there in class at an accurate time. Don't be late. And this is your homework that you have to go through your NCERT. Please go through the diagrams, the flow charts, whatever given in NCERT very precisely, because the details of the NCERT are very important for the NEET exam. And along with that, I hope you have the module with yourself. So please start practicing the questions of the module. As we complete the chapter, please practice the questions of the module. So today we are going to complete our class here with the completion of class. Okay, just let me know if you have any doubt. You can leave your message in a chat box. If you got any doubt, we'll get it clear. Okay, if you don't have any doubt, you can leave the class. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow with a new chapter. So guys, this is all for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Now you can leave the class. Okay, I'll provide you this PPT and the short summary note very soon. Due to some technical error, I was unable to upload it. So I'll give you. Okay, I'll also give you the questions on each paper. I hope you have the module. Do you don't have the module GNV Basmat Nagar? Okay, we'll go for that and we'll look for the solution if you don't have it. Okay, so I will shortly provide you these notes. Okay, don't worry. So this is all for today. So now here I am stopping the class. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye guys.